Yes. A little bit of Lisa Stansfield is always a good way to get the show underway. And just before Lisa, you were listening to Greg, who'll be back on your radio tomorrow, just about 8 o'clock in the evening. So, my friends, here we go again. Another night cruise on Freedom FM. Thank you for joining me this evening. My name is Feargal, and if you're a regular listener, well, welcome back. And if you're new to the cruise, thank you for stopping by. And believe it or not, I think I've got a half-decent show planned out for us this evening, if I say so myself. You see, over the next 2 hours, as well as playing some of the best in 90s and noughties love and relaxing songs, I'm going to give you a crack at our love lyrics game just after midnight, while in this hour, you're going to help to put a smile on all of our faces as we get into Monday Punday. And I'll tell you more about that in a few minutes. And of course, if you're in love with someone, feeling loved up by someone, or alone this Monday evening and missing your love, then get in touch, often and early, and let them know. And to do that, simply WhatsApp or text me on 085 2899 092. And if you are going to WhatsApp, then why not use the voice note feature? You can email me on hello@freedomfm.ie, and it's voice actor Fergs on Threads, Insta and Blue Sky. It's the night cruise on Freedom FM, 2 hours of romance and relaxing memories from the 90s and the noughties. And as it's Monday evening, that means we get to try to put a smile on all of our faces with a game we like to call Monday Punday. Now, if you're new to this, grab a seat and let me run how this works by you. What I'm going to ask you to do is to take a celebrity, band or fictional character name, then cross that name with a theme to make a pun out of said celebrity, band or fictional character name to make us all smile. Now, if that isn't making too much sense, don't worry, because people are always telling me, especially the boss here, Feargal, you're not making any sense. So to try to make it as clear as mud, let me tell you this week's theme and give you a few suggestions of my own to set you on your way. So you ask, what is this week's theme? Well, some weeks I struggle for a theme and fall back on ones that I've done before, and this week is no exception. So this week, I'm going to go with the Punday classic of cheese. That's your challenge this evening, to mash up any celebrity, band or fictional character name with all things cheese. Edam to Stilton, cream to horrid, you get the idea. And to get you started, here are some puns I thought up of while I was wending my way into the studio this evening. Starting with the easiest of all, Simply Red Cheddar and Simply Red Leicester. And because I was feeling hungry thinking about cheese on the way in, I also have to go with Bear Grilled Cheese and Tomato Toasty, please. And finally for now, another easy one, Paris Stilton. Now, I know you can do way better, so get your all things cheese, celebrity, band or fictional character Monday Punday Puns into me, please, on WhatsApp 085 28 99 092. That's 085 28 99 092. Back in 1990, it had the working title of Sinatra. Then when U2 were asked to do a song for the movie Far Away, So Close in 1992, they finished out Sinatra, renamed it and put it on the Zooropa album, and it went to number 1 in late winter 1993. That's Stay on the Night Cruise from Freedom FM, where I would like to say good evening to Brian Reynolds and Step Aside in Dublin, who got in touch with me via email earlier today. Feargal says, Brian, can you say hello to my wonderful woman Alison? We're celebrating 15 years married bliss on Monday, and can you tell her that I love her so much, says Brian. Of course I can, and happy wedding anniversary to both you and to Alison. Now I've got another email here, and this one comes from Bridget Reid in St. Margaret's in North Dublin, who says, Feargal, can you give a big romance shout out for my marvellous man Connor Reid? Connor has a big birthday tomorrow, says Bridget, so tell him that I love him always and forever. Thanks for getting in touch, Bridget, and happy big birthday there, Connor. Now remember, if you'd like to have a romance request or any mention of any specific show on Freedom FM, it's best to get your message into us ahead of time on email to hello@freedomfm.ie, and we will get your message out on the radio. That email address again is hello@freedomfm.ie, and that's where Derek McBride from Sandymount in Dublin sent his email. Feargal, he says, can you tell the most wonderful woman in the world, Catherine, that I'm so glad to be her husband and that I love her so much. Your wish is my command, Derek. So for you and Catherine, as well as Bridget and Connor, and not forgetting Brian and Alison, here's some Mr. Big.
Hold up, got to such
It's Monday evening's night cruise on Freedom FM, where we're smack bang in the middle of playing this week's Monday Punday game. And this week, because I was feeling lazy and couldn't think of a new theme, I went back to the old reliable of cheese and asked you to mash up all things cheese with celebrity, band or fictional character names to make puns to make us all smile. And as always, you have been brilliant. So let's start with Christopher Landry in Selbridge, who suggests the one and only Cheese Kneehawks. Very clever, Christopher. Diana Simmons is in Edmonton and she says, what about the actor Parmasangela Scanlon? Oh, very clever, Diana. Now, Ed Baxter's in Swords and he says, Fergs, what about Mozzarella Fitzgerald? That's very good, Ed. And finally for now, Ingrid Gaines over in Galway sent in, you like this? Beyoncé. Very clever, Ingrid. So if you can think of any cheese-related celebrity, band or fictional character name puns, then send them in to me on WhatsApp to 085 2899092 and we'll do one more round of Monday Pundays after Tina. It's Monday evening's night cruise from Freedom FM, where we've been playing Monday Punday, and the challenge I set you today was to create a pun by combining a celebrity, band or fictional character name with anything to do with cheese. And as always, your suggestions have been fantastic. So let's start this final round of puns with Isabel Fuller in Balbriggan, who says, Fergs, what about the American rapper Eminem Tal? That's just brilliant. Thank you, Isabel. While Gary Connolly in Dunleary says, Feargal, how about the muscles from Brussels himself, Jean-Claude Van Edam? That did put a smile on my face. Well done, Gary. Now, Kelly Reese is in Gorey and she sent in Fondue Lipa. That's just brilliant, Kelly. Thank you. And finally for tonight, Ian Connolly in Waterford says, Feargal, what about Buffalo Mozzarella, the Vampire Slayer? It is good, but it's a bit thin, but I'm going to go with it anyway, Ian. Now, I'd like to say thank you to everyone who sent in Punday suggestions for today, and if I didn't read yours out on air, rest assured that I did read it. And if you liked Monday Punday, well, then come back next Monday at about 11:20 in the evening and we'll do it all over again. A 1997 Christmas time number 4 for the Spice Girls. That's Too Much on Freedom FM's Night Cruise. Good morning and welcome to Tuesday, 30th of January. One last day of this month to go and I can't wait for February. Before you know it, it'll be St. Patrick's Day again. Anyway, thank you for joining me. My name is Feargal and coming up in this hour, not only am I going to keep playing the best 90s and noughties, romance and relaxing songs, but we also need to get straight into our love lyrics game. And if you haven't played this game before, or you have and you need a refresher, let me run how it works by you. You see, what I have here in front of me are some lyrics from a well-known 90s or noughties love or romance song. I'm going to read those lyrics out to you in a moment, and all you have to do is get in touch on WhatsApp to 085 2899092 and tell me what song these love lyrics come from. But I know I'm on a losing streak, because I passed down my old street. And if you want a show, then just let me know and I'll sing in your ear again. So, if you know what song those lyrics come from and fancy being in with a shot of winning yourself a name check on the radio a bit before 1, then get in touch on WhatsApp to 085 2899092 and tell me what song these lyrics come from. But I know I'm on a losing streak because I passed down my old street. And if you want a show, then just let me know and I'll sing in your ear again. And if I get any wrong answers, well, I'll tell you some of those right after we hear from the Lighthouse family. You're tuned to the Night Cruise, 2 hours of the best romance and relaxing memories of the 90s and noughties on Freedom FM, where I'd like to say good morning to Jerry Birch in Sutton, who got in touch on WhatsApp a little earlier on. Feargal says, Jerry, can I get a big romance shout out? Of course you can, for my amazing lady Karen Birch. I feel so lucky to have her in my life and I love her so very much, says Jerry. Now here's another WhatsApp, and this one is from Lauren Johnson in Ballincollig, who says, Feargal, can you say hello to me and my hubby Keith? We'll be celebrating our 12th wedding anniversary today, Tuesday, and please tell Keith that he means everything to me. Happy wedding anniversary, Lauren and Keith, and I wish you many more years to come. Now, before we hear from Amelia, I want to do one more romance shout out and say good morning to Linda Howell, who says, Feargal, can you be so kind and tell my lovely lady Emma Roberts that I love her so much? Tuesday is our 7th anniversary together and I can't wait for many more years together. Happy to do that for you, Linda and Emma. So for both of you, as well as Lauren and Keith, and not forgetting Jerry and Karen, here is the aforementioned Amelia. apparently Melanie C will be on tour with all the other Spice Girls, including the one married to the footballer at some point this year. Let's wait and see if there's anything in those rumours. That's 1999's Northern Star on Freedom FM. And loads of you have been getting in touch with your answers for this week's Love Lyrics game. Some of you, who I won't mention by name, have sent in wrong answers. So with that in mind, I can tell you that this week's Love Lyrics do not come from Alex Parks, and maybe that's what it takes, or Paul Brady's The Long Goodbye, and they're definitely not from Misunderstood by Robbie. So if you know what song these Love Lyrics come from, but I know I'm on a losing streak because I passed down my old street. And if you want a show, then just let me know and I'll sing in your ear again. If you know what song those lyrics come from and want to be in with a shot of possibly winning yourself a name check on the radio in a little while, then send in your answers to me now on WhatsApp to 085 2899 092. But be quick, because I'll tell you who it is right after we hear from Matchbox 20. Morning, you're listening to The Night Cruise from Freedom FM, and on the way after 1 we're going live to New York with Darren Stevens. Stick around, you won't want to miss a minute of his essential beats. But first of all, let's get the answer to this week's Love Lyrics game, and the lyrics I asked you to guess at are: but I know I'm on a losing streak because I passed down my old street, and if you want a show, then let me know and I'll sing in your ear again. Now, you regular listeners know that the computer only gives me 4 names to read at any one time, so while many of you sent in the correct answer this morning, I can only say good morning and well done to Lisa Williams, who sent her answer in from Bray, Kevin Marsh, who got in touch from Trim, Monica Ingram over in Ballyfermot tonight, and Matt Davis, who reached out to me from Santry, who all said that this week's Love Lyrics are from... Wait just a moment. Before I tell you, will you do me a favour? If you like Love Lyrics, then tell a friend and come back next Tuesday just after midnight and we'll do it all over again. As for this week's Love Lyrics, they're from The Verve and The Drugs Don't Work. All this That was Yellow from Coldplay on The Night Cruise, and that song tells me that that is all the mess I can make of your radio this morning. Thank you for your company. Both you and your messages made the show as always. Now Alan will be here with the Freedom Years from 7, and the next voice on Freedom FM will be Darren with Essential Beats live from New York just after 1. As for me, I'll be back later today at 11 with another Night Cruise. Until then, my friends, thank you for your time this time. So until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.